it was so exciting having Athing Mu in there. Just a special guest, Athing Mu. It was like getting an
World
awesome,
champion, Olympic
yeah, like an
champion.
awesome actress or actor to show up on like your favorite television show. That's what this was like watching Athing Mu run the 15. And we didn't know if she'd run the final. We didn't really know what would happen. Remember 2 years ago, she had a really good indoor season where she was clicking off this longer stuff, and then she went to Millrose and really stuck her nose in it, and the pace went out crazy fast. And she didn't even end up finishing that race. But I still thought, man, she's in really good 1,500 mile shape. She's going to run something fast, and she just never got a chance to get in the right race because by the time she ran Millrose, indoor season's basically over, and then we moved on. But it was just cool seeing her in this. And then with each passing lap, you're just wondering how easy is this for Athing Mu? Just the pace. But then you get to the later laps and like, all right, the pace is easy, but the distance is long. We're talking about a 49-second 400-meter runner out there. And she held it all the way to about 100 or so to go. And then there was a big group behind her with Hiltz, McGee, Johnson, Wiley, and it ended up being Hiltz with the big kick, 4:03.10, and the win. Athing Mu, 4:03.44. PBs, how about that? PBs in a
Massive
1,500 meter
PB.
final. Yeah, of course.
7-second
And then
PB.
and then the battle for third and fourth, it was, if you knew that Athing probably isn't going to run the worlds, it's less consequential. But if you're just looking at top three, we had Sinclair Johnson falling across the line 1/100th behind Corey McGee, and then Addie Wiley in fifth, 4:04.25. So I'm guessing Mo will not run the 15 at the World Championships, which would mean Hiltz, McGee, and Johnson is your team.
Yeah, to be honest, my biggest surprise other than this is Mo actually being in it. I thought that, as we know how Mo is world-class talent, could become one of the greatest 800-meter runners to ever walk this earth
Mm-hmm.
10 years from now. I still was yet to be sold on like she could be competitive with the Hiltzes and the McGees and the Johnsons of this era because we hadn't really seen it. And so I honestly was kind of shocked. I was like, I thought Mo was going to kind of chill, maybe fight for eighth place, make the final. I had there was 0% in my brain that was thinking Mo's going to be in it with with 100 to go. And you may think, wait, Mo might win this. It would kind of remind me of when Donovan Brazier ran his 334 or 335 randomly in a Portland meet. It's like, whoa, Donovan
Mm-hmm.
Brazier can run the 15? This is wild. Now that I see Mo do this, if you give Mo a whole year of training in the 1500, she's going to be a sub 4 1500 meter runner, and she'll be able to run in the 350s, I think. Like, this is just raw talent running 403 in a kickers type race. I mean, I don't think
I think
it's
what helped, yeah. So I think what helped Mo was the splits weren't too crazy off the
yeah,
bat.
that
And
too.
then like the middle laps 67, 67. I think if it was either really quick off the top or, I mean, super duper slow. I don't think anybody's going to do the super duper slow stuff with her in there. Although I don't even know how the other competitors viewed her, because did they think, hey, that's a spot that's not going to be taken up, let's like not even worry about it. But
Yeah.
it ended up being in a good spot where it's just like, all right, I can get into a rhythm. I can start running 67s, and then I could try to just hang on and close, as opposed to there being a bunch of surges and being some stuff that just an 800-meter runner or an 800/400-meter runner isn't as familiar with as someone who's run a bunch of 1500s in championships or has run a bunch of 1500s in Europe and is just used to that level of racing, that style of racing, I should say. But how about Hiltz with the close?
Yeah. Mike Smith, 2-0 now. Woody Kincaid wins the 10K. Nikki Hiltz here wins the women's 1500. Hiltz can kick. Now, the question is, can Hiltz run with the Ethiopians and the Kenyans and kick in a 350-ish race, like a 358 to 353 race, which is what you're going to need to do to medal.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Faith Kipyegon has this race on lock. The question is there an opportunity
Right.
for Hiltz with this kick to sneak into a silver or to a bronze or into a fourth place finish? it's kind of hard to tell
Yeah, that's good.
because the
Yeah,
kick on
yeah,
403 is, how does that
a little
translate to
different.
350, 357 kicking? But hey, Corey McGee and Sinclair Johnson, they make finals, right? Then Corey McGee made the
Right.
final, and
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No,
you
that's a good
know,
point. That's a good point. And this is a team that can have 3 to the final. And you're right, the top end. And I thought about that time when we're talking about most potential in the event, because you're saying, Bobby Kersey had all those quotes and everybody was reading what they wanted to out of those quotes. But one of the things is there's just a huge difference between being three. Where are you at in the 350s? Because
yeah,
there's a woman. Well, there's someone now in the 349, but the 359 is something entirely different than what
the
is taking
352.
place right now in the
Yeah.
women's 1500, which is not just one person, but a lot of people capable of running that. And we should mention Kenya just announced their team recently. It's Kipyegon in the 15-5 double, which I absolutely love, and I hope Sifan Hassan runs the 5. So now we have those two linking up again. Before it was Hassan going down into Kipyegon's territory. Now it's Kipyegon going up a little bit, although Sifan Hassan's also a marathoner. I digress. Just something that's fun that I've been watching.